But like Adam, let's go into our first topic today, which is, how excited are you for Lobo? Do you even know who Lobo is?
I know that he's a DC character.
Yes?
That's about all I know.
Lobo is kind of I want to say he's like a Deadpool, not in the sense that he knows that he's a comic book character, at least that I've never noticed, he says, but he's just kind of the pain in the ass, loudmouth,
off the
wall, cares about himself, space biker guy. And originally they wanted to do a movie for Lobo, and I never was really on board for that because I was like, this doesn't really... why? No one really knows Lobo.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really cares, but I think after the success that Deadpool was, I started hearing more talks about it. And then it went away. Now it's back again.
Yeah.
And this time, Warner Brothers looks like they might want Michael Bay to direct Lobo. And
I honestly, I don't know how much I could say about this subject because I don't really know much about this character. So I don't know if he's a good fit or not. You'd have to explain any of that to me.
Well, let me go in there.
Because, I mean, we were talking, I think, 2 weeks ago about Michael Bay possibly being involved in a Duke Nukem movie, and I think that as much as I don't like Michael Bay, that's an excellent fit. That's the right choice for that film.
So, in the comic books, Lobo is a foul-mouthed mercenary who looks out for himself above all else. He's an anti-hero, and pretty much he's an on and off villain, as I said, like pain in the ass, to more like Superman, it seems like.
You know what? That rings a bell a little bit.
Yeah. He rides a space... like Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Look, I don't actually have a problem with Michael Bay as a director per se, because I don't hate a lot of his movies outside of the Transformers universe, and a lot of people just kind of affiliate Michael Bay with just explosions and immature humor.
I think in that regard, sometimes he comes off as a bit lazy because he does the same thing frequently.
He's a muscle-bound, cigar-chomping alien bounty hunter. It sounds like it could be right up Bay's alley. My only thing with this is it's not even that Michael Bay. I think a lot of people, they're like, I just don't want to see Michael Bay direct anything. I think Michael Bay has his place in Hollywood.
Exactly, like I just said. I think he's a perfect fit for the Duke Nukem movie.
Yeah, it could be okay. Now, a big thing is that they want to, right now... the script is being penned by the guy who wrote Wonder Woman, which, great, right? Wonder Woman was pretty successful.
Wonder Woman's a different feel, though.
It is a different feel, but, script writer, he wrote that script, but then he also wrote the script for the movie Pan. That really, really terrible pirate movie, Peter Pan pirate movie with Hugh Jackman, and I don't know how you fuck that up with Hugh Jackman, but you do. But they're looking at that Warner Brothers is looking that it could cost up to $200 million for this movie. No fucking way in hell are they gonna greenlight a Lobo movie for $200 million. No fucking way. I understand. I don't think Deadpool even cost more than like $75 million to make.
The original one?
Maybe it was...
Wasn't it $27 million? It was an insanely low amount of
Let me
number
see.
for
Look,
like a blockbuster film.
Deadpool budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what its budget was. $58 million to make Deadpool.
right in the middle of what we both thought it was.
Yeah, $58 million to make Deadpool and $200 to make Lobo.
A lesser known character. It's not going to happen.
No. Apparently Michael Bay, though, says that he wouldn't mind dropping it down. It's that when you throw that space shit in there, that's what kind of is throwing this budget all over the place.
Yeah.
And it seems like Lobo is not a very easy character to design. Although, even though he's a terrible fit and I hate the wrestler himself, do you know the wrestler Roman Reigns? He's kind of like
a new guy. Yeah,
he's like a new guy that they're really trying to shove as like the face of the corporation, but like nobody wants him as the face of the corporation. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, he would totally fit Okay, so here, I'll just do this real quick, just so to give Adam a frame of reference. So this is Lobo. I don't know if you're familiar with this looking character right there.
Yeah.
That's Lobo, and I'll have the picture at the bottom here so you can see where I'm so that he's not completely out of touch with it. So Roman Reigns is this dude. And tell me that that's not a perfect fit, look-wise.
Actually, it's pretty close.
I actually think that would work. I mean, Roman Reigns, he's a wrestler, not an actor.
He's not as thin in the face, but the rest of the body's right, and the general structure of the face is pretty
looks like
close.
it could work really well. It's just, whenever you get wrestlers and trying to make them action stars, you're like, I'd much rather have a more talented person doing
Yeah, I mean,
Lobo.
we did have the two John Cena movies, The Marine and The Marine 2, and
I don't think he was in The Marine 2, but another wrestler was in The Marine. I think The Miz and somebody else was there a guy named Randy? I think it was Randy Couture. Is Randy Couture a UFC guy?
I don't know.
I'm getting my abusers, not abusers. Jeez, why did I say that? My fighters.
Well, if we're talking about UFC fighters,
The Marine 2 was... Oh, come on. Why would you give me... Ted DiBiase Jr.?
never heard of
I don't know who that is, but I'm pretty sure all the Marine movies are WWE studios. But I think that look-wise, Lobo and Roman Reigns would be great. But I think altogether, though, I think that Lobo just... I don't know. I don't think it works. Not as a plot. I just think the budget, the character, I just don't think need to be this big. Maybe if you put Lobo as like a side character and something, and if people respond to him, yeah, sure, then go with it. I just think it's with the state that DC is in at the moment.
You don't want to take risks.
I wouldn't take a risk this big, especially when Justice League, which because of its massive reshoots, cost them so much fucking money. I just don't think they're going to greenlight a $200 million Lobo movie. But I do think that maybe Michael Bay wouldn't be a bad choice for the director. And if the screenwriter doesn't do Pan and actually writes a script good like Wonder Woman, then maybe we could be talking here. I have doubts mostly just based on the character. Deadpool was a lot more well-known than before the movie came out than Lobo was.
Let me put it to you this way. I knew who Deadpool was for quite years before there was even talks about a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, and I knew Lobo. I knew who Lobo was from the Superman cartoon and the
That's
DC,
where I remember him from.
Yeah, and the DC Justice League animated universe. And he's great. He was a great little side character. I don't see a movie for him. I don't. Look, if they did a movie and they make it great and they make this character super popular, cool. I'm all about that. I just don't think that... I don't see the fit right now, at least at the state that the DC universe is in.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's probably not a good idea to take a huge risk.
Not at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
So